Hi there, this is Aditya Karadkar and welcome to the Brainstorm Codings. In the last video, we learned how to add links to our web page. This is how we use the anchor tag to add the links on the web page. This is the href attribute and in which we add the hyperlink. And this is the target attribute and we have added this value underscore blank to so that this slash home path will be open on the new tab. And this is what we got, and if you click on this link you can see this slash home path is opening on the new tab, and this part apparently doesn't exist. So in this video we are going to embed images on the web page, and in the very beginning the web was just text. There were no images and that's why they were quite boring, but thankfully it wasn't too long before the ability to embed images inside the web pages was added. And there are other types of multimedia as well which can be embedded inside the web pages. But it's always nice to start with these humble images. We use the img tag, the image tag, to embed images inside the web pages. Well, this is an empty tag. Now, why do we call it an empty tag? Because the img tag doesn't need a closing tag. In the last video, we discussed about the anchor tag. This is the anchor tag we used. And this anchor tag comes with a pair of tags. So this is the opening tag and this is the closing tag. So the anchor tag comes with a pair of tags, and this is not the case with the image tag. So, and the image tag has one attribute which has to be used every time, and this attribute is known as src attribute, which we pronounce as the source attribute. This source attribute contains a path pointing to the image we want to embed in the page, and this path can be a relative URL or an absolute URL. And this path is quite similar to the hyperlink we use in the anchor tag. This is the hyperlink we have used, and it can be similar to the path uh, we are going to use in the source attribute. So let's create an image tag. So this is the image tag we use for embedding the images on the web page, and this is the source attribute which will have the path of the image. And I'm going to show you something. This is the image we're going to use, we're going to embed on the web page, which is the HTML5's logo. And this is the folder in which there is a folder called HTML, and this folder contains this HTML5 image. So we have to include this path in the source attribute. We have this HTML folder first, and then there is the HTML5 file image we have. Now, remember, every time whenever you trying to embed an image, or you are giving this path of the image, make sure you are using the extension you have for that image. So the extension we have right now is .png, which is .ping, and we have to use this extension. Without this, the image will not be embedded inside the web page. So let's save this file. Let's see what we get. Go to the browser and reload the page. We have this big huge image on the web page, which is the logo of HTML5. And it's not really necessary that you have to use the images you have in your system only. You can even choose images from the internet. So let me show you how we can do this. Go to the Google or search for the images, and you can choose any of the images you want. Right click on this image. You can see this option, copy image address. Select this option. Go to the notepad++, replace this path with the image address you have copied, and you can see this is much longer than we had before. Just save this file, go to the browser and reload the page. You can see we have this image right now, which we have brought from the internet. So you can use images from the internet as well. It's on you which images you want to use. And but you can see this image is really huge. We can't just embed images like this on your web page, and that's really gonna make users upset, because no one will be happy to see images like this on your web page. So what else we can do for controlling the size of this image? Well, we have another attributes for that. We can define the width and the height of the image. In the image tag, we have special attributes. The first attribute is the width, by which we can define the width of the image, and I'm going to choose 250 pixels for that. And we can also define the height. Let's take 400 pixels height for the image. Let's save this file, go to the browser and reload the page. You can see now this image contains a width of 250 pixels and a height of 400 pixels. So in this way you can choose whatever height or width you want for the image. And we have another attribute which is called as the title. Now what title does, whenever you will hover over the image, you will get to see a random text, or not just a random text, you will get to see the text you have mentioned in this title attribute. Let's try to do this. Let's mention the title attribute, and I'm going to choose the text as this is the image. This see the image, not see, this is the image. Save this file, reload the page. Reload the page. This file is not accessible. What happened? Something really weird happening right now. Let's reload this file again. Let's open this file separately. This is the file we have. Open this file with Google Chrome. Yeah, you can see this image, and if we hover over this, you will get this text. This is the image. So this is really useful when you're when you want to give some information about the image you have on your web page to the users. So we can use title tag for that. Now let's assume you have this image on your web page, and if a user has a slower internet connection, or for some reasons your web servers are not running fine, and the image is taking some time to load, and apparently due to some mistake the image is not loaded on the web page, then what's the another option you have to tell the user that there is an image here and this image belongs to something? So we have another attribute for that, which is called as the alt attribute. Now the alt attribute, we can pronounce it as the alternate attribute, in which we can give the alternate text for the image. So if somehow the image is not loaded on the web page, we will get to see this alternate text. So again, this is the image, and let's make some mistakes. So obviously if I'm gonna give the wrong path, this image will not be able to load on the web page. Let's save this file, go to the browser, reload the page. You can see the image is not displayed, but we have this text which says this is the image. So without even having the image on the web page, even if we have some problems to load the images on the web page, still the user will get to know about the image, and he will get to know that the image belongs to this thing. So these are the uses of all these attributes. We can use them in the image tag, and this is how you can embed number of images on your web page. So that's all for this video. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.